Hey Kali Gang, don't come for me. Your girl's still in the car getting out these vlogs. So for this day, it is Vlogmas day 6? No, Vlogmas day 6 or 7. For Vlogmas day 6 or 7, I will get the title right, so don't come for me, right? I'm gonna be talking about dating, alright? And I'm not gonna stay too long on this specific dating topic, okay? I'm gonna get right to the point. Y'all, so dating someone that is insecure. Now, like everything in life, there are levels to insecurities, okay? There's levels, all right? There's someone that's a little bit insecure. There's someone that's mildly insecure. There's someone that's a lot insecure. And then there's someone that's beyond the charts insecure. It's really sad because this is a lot of the demise of many relationships in any aspect, anywhere, with anyone, okay? People become insecure literally from how they grew up, and then if they don't, you know, handle those insecurities or make them feel better within themselves, it's gonna follow them into their teen years and into adulthood. They're gonna be this insecure person running around, not being able to keep a relationship, being scared to talk to people, being scared to open up. Like, it's a whole thing. But it's really crazy because I've came across a lot of people that you see them like regular and you wouldn't think they're insecure or timid or anything. And it's crazy because these people look good. These people look good, y'all. Like, some model quality, some like not really like model quality, but they still look good. Like, not model, I mean like model quality standards, like that. Not, you know, anyway. It is a trip. So one of the ways that someone will like vaguely show you they're insecure is, say you're dating someone, right? And you've been with them for a few weeks, like less than a month. Okay, we'll say this, less than a month. And you know, get to know them and you like tell them like, everyone needs to understand when you're dating, they had a life before you. They were a whole different person before you came in the picture, okay? Everyone gets a different version of everyone. And they will just randomly start nitpicking things. And if they're not upfront with you about like, oh, I'm insecure about this, or this makes me uncomfortable, or I don't like when people do this, or if females say this or do that, it can be so draining, okay? Like, for example, sorry, I'll continue. That was a little bit of a tangent. Okay, I'll continue. They'll just grill you on like, oh, how'd you meet this person? How do you know them? How long have you known them? Have you guys dated? Have you ever done anything? And it's like, why are you grilling me? Like, whoa. And it sucks because you can tell them till you're blue in the face that you're just friends with them, or like whatever the relationship is, and they won't believe you. Like, even if they're like, oh, well, let me hang out with you and this person. Like, okay, let's go hang out. Let's go. And you go hang out, and the person you're talking to is sitting there looking dumb because they're insecure, they're freaking out, they're in their head the whole time, can't even enjoy the time hanging out. It's so crazy. But yeah, so I'm talking about this to get into this little mini story time, okay? So I was dating this guy. We were together, how long were we together? We were together, I want to say, for like almost like 3 or 4 years. And it's weird because I didn't like really keep track of the relationship. So sad to say, because when it comes to relationships, I'm like, our first day, like the day we met, I would know the date. The day we made it official, I would know the date. Or our anniversary, I would know the date. With this relationship, y'all, I didn't keep track of that. I just didn't keep track of it. Like, it was crazy. And I didn't realize it until, like, you know, after I left the relationship. And you're like, you know, I was thinking back on the relationship and everything, and I was like, oh my God, like, I stopped keeping track. I think it was because this relationship or this person or us together, it was just draining, and it was just a lot. Like, there was there was a lot of gaslighting, there was a lot of love bombing. It was a lot, and it's crazy because I didn't know what those like were or what they meant like for half my life, and then learning about these things and everything, and it's just like, oh my god, I was love bombed, I was gaslit, and then I would low-key gaslight myself to think like, oh, everything's fine. No, it was not fine. Okay, so let's get into the story. This person, we were together. Okay, so initially when we started talking, he did say like certain things like he was like insecure about or would make him uncomfortable. And I would tell him, I'm like, yeah, you know, like I have a lot of guy friends. No, like, yeah, I dated some of them, but like we never fucked. We never had sex. It never got that far. Like the most we would do is make out. That was it. So that should be good, right? Like, because we don't have that sexual wanting, that you know, that sexual connection kind of thing, you know, like we didn't have that. And you would think the guy that I was with at the time, that you would think he would be like, oh, that's a good thing. No, it was terrible. Every time any guy friend would call, or just a guy of the opposite sex was, who is that? How do you know them? Where do you know them from? Did you guys mess around? Blah 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 blah. Like, it was crazy. And then it didn't get bad until like we were like officially living together, and we were together for like a few years. So your girl was like, you know, I was attached, you know, and it got so bad. It got to the point where he would sit there. He would literally sit there and watch me get ready. Everything from getting out of the shower, putting lotion on, putting my undergarments on, and everything. He would be like, oh, why are you putting lotion there? You're wearing pants. I'm like, well, my legs get dry and itchy if I don't have lotion on. Okay, I don't know about you, but my body needs lotion and oil. So yeah, and then as I'm getting ready, literally getting dressed, why are you wearing those underwear? Those underwear are too sexy. Why are you wearing those? Where are you going again? Wait, you're going to your friend's house. Why do you need to wear these underwear? Because they're the clean pair at the top of the drawer, bruh. They're the clean pair at the top of the drawer, okay? They were just there, and I grabbed them. That was it. Another thing, he would be like, and this was when I didn't know much about makeup as I know now. I knew how to do my makeup a little bit, like I was in the learning stages. I won't insert pictures or clips anywhere. You can go on my Instagram and scroll back like really far, and you'll see the makeup was terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it was terrible for my standards of makeup now. It was terrible. But yeah, like I wouldn't even do like crazy makeup. This is when I was just learning, so I would like barely do foundation, barely like an eyeshadow, like mascara. I didn't know how to do lashes to save my life. Why are you wearing makeup? Aren't you just going to your homegirl's house? What are you putting makeup on for? Why are you wearing makeup? Aren't you guys just staying in the house watching movies? You said you guys weren't going nowhere. Is there something you need to tell me? Are you lying? I'm like, no. Number one, I like to put on makeup because I like makeup for me. I don't need makeup to look good for other people. I put it on because I like how it makes me look for me. And then it was, oh god, y'all, this was so embarrassing. So me and my homegirl, we have went on like a little girls trip. I think it was literally, I don't even think it was like a full weekend. Actually, no. It was, because I had to be at work the next day, Monday. So it was literally like 2 days. I went with her overnight 2 days to like the lake or whatever. It was literally me, her, the kids, and one of her neighbors and his girlfriend. Anyway, so we went on the girls trip. Everything seemed fine. We were texting fine. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. Next thing I know, she drops me off. I'm like, all right, bye kids. Love you girls. See you. Text me when you get home. You know, blah, blah, blah. All the regulars. I go inside. He's like, oh, I'll be right back. Okay. Y'all. This dude walked out and questioned the fuck out of my friend. He grilled her. He grilled the fuck out of my homegirl, y'all. He grilled the fuck out of her. He was like, where'd you guys go? Who were you with? Was she good? She didn't give her number out, did she? Did you guys meet any guys? Who were you guys with again? Oh, she was good, right? What did she do? Y'all, it was so fucking embarrassing. And I was sitting there like, I went, because I went in the house, went to the bathroom, and I started like unpacking my stuff, putting my stuff away, and I'm not realizing like how long he's out there for. And like I get most of my stuff put away because we only went for like literally 2 days. It was 2 days, 48 hours. Okay, 48 hours. And I, put my stuff away. I'm like, oh, I'm like basically done putting my stuff away. Why is he not back inside? Because, we were gonna smoke. And I walk out to the living room and I notice he's still talking to her. So he was grilling my homegirl for like a good 10 or 15 minutes, asking her where we went, what we did, what did we eat, where did we sleep, like all this stuff. And he had asked me, like a lot of these things, like while I was there, whatever. And of course I answered. And then when he came in, and my homegirl called me or texted me, I can't remember which one, and she was like, yeah, he was grilling me, asking me all these questions. What do we do? Who were we with? Were you good? Did you talk to guys? Did you give your number out? This and that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So he comes in. I'm like, all right, girl, yeah, call me when you get home. Call me when you get home. And he comes in. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you questioning my homegirl? Like, I told you where we were. I was texting you and stuff the entire 2 days we were gone. 2 days we were gone. And I was texting you the whole time, talking to you. Like, what the fuck? What did you really think I was doing? Oh, well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I just love you so much. I don't want to lose you. I can't lose you. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, really though? Really? But long story short, I was so mortified and embarrassed by that. And there's other things that happened with that relationship. Like we were both bad for each other. Like I was not that good, he was not that good. Like it was just bad. It was bad, y'all. Like, and it's crazy because the red flags were there. Okay, the red flags were there, like, fuck, okay? But you know what? He caught me at one of the lowest points in my life, okay? Just getting through a breakup. I was with the previous guy for a very long time. I will talk about that in another vlog. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Let's just say learning experience, okay? But yeah, if you see the red flags, y'all, don't ignore them, okay? If you see more than 5 red flags within like less than a month, get out of there, okay? Get out of there. Get out of there, okay? And it's crazy because this guy that I was dating at the time, he wasn't ugly. He looked good. Like, he was attractive. He looked good. And it was just like, I don't understand how you're so, like, this insecure. Like, and it didn't start out that way. It didn't start out that way, like, at all. It didn't start out that way. And, of course, it's not going to start out like that way. Nothing ever starts out, like, as bad as it gets. At the end, nothing ever starts out as bad as it gets. Nothing ever does. It's crazy. But yeah, if someone you're dating or talking to starts showing the red flags, like questioning you, making you feel some type of way about like being friends with someone of the opposite sex, or just in general makes you feel bad about being friends with anyone, unless the person you're friends with is like hurting themselves, like stealing or something, like bad stuff. If they're doing bad stuff, cut them off. But if they're not doing anything, if they're not being disrespectful, they're not flirting, they're not crossing any lines or boundaries, if the respect is there on both sides, ask the person that you're talking to or dating, like, what can I do in the relationship to make you feel more secure? Or is there doing or am I doing something that's making you feel insecure? But the crazy part about it is sometimes the opposite person on the other side that's not the insecure person, sometimes they're not doing anything. And it's the person that's insecure, they need to work on that within themselves. Like, they need to figure out, like, what exactly is it? What exactly is it? Number one, who hurt you? How are you going to get over it? Did you get over it? Are you over it? Are you over them? Like, it was so crazy. Another side story really quick. I felt like he was not over one of his exes. And I can't say much because at the time I wasn't too much over one of my exes either. But it just sucked because, excuse me, I'm sorry. It would suck because we would be like arguing or something and he would say her name. And it was just like, really? And I would freak out. Like, yeah, I'm gonna freak out. Like, really? Like, really? And I would never do that. I never did that to the guy I was dating at the time. I never did that. And it's weird because his name and one of my ex's names are very close. Like, they're close to say. Like, similar to say a little bit. But it was just crazy. But yeah, look out for those red flags, y'all. Protect yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the person you're talking to, dating, smashing, whatever. Like, just be honest. That's the problem nowadays. Nobody wants to be honest. Nobody wants to live their truth. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and be like, hey, I'm the problem, or hey, I need to fix this. But anyway, I digress. Thank you so much for tuning in to this story time. I'm sorry, I know it was kind of all over the place. But yeah, thank you so much, y'all, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Please stay safe and blessed, Kali Gang. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on updated content. Bye.